Okay. Hi, all of you. Is my sound is audible? Is my sound is audible? Okay. So today we are going to see about the database. Okay. Yesterday we saw about the CLI part. Okay. So anybody have here already have idea about database? Like, have you heard about the word database? Do you know anything about it? No. Nobody heard about database. Okay. So basically, there are so many database available currently in the market. Okay, like MySQL is there, MS SQL is there, right? ClickHouse is there, MongoDB is there, right? There are so many different databases are there. Okay, but our goal is not to learn the database here. Our goal is to how to create a database on top of the AWS cloud. That will be our goal. Okay. So for giving you the idea what database can actually do, so if you'll come to this particular website w3school.com and if you are going to the SQL, okay, so SQL is just a database. Okay, so here they are going to teach you, right, that the different work, syntax, select, right, everything. You can just come here, you can practice it, you can click on like try it yourself, right, and you'll be getting some page like this, and here you can run the script, they will give you some output, something like this. So this is basically the databases. Okay, so let me show you what I am trying to do here is what is the use case of data that I'm just going to show you now. Just give me a second. Okay, so take an example. I'm saying here, select a star from customers. And if I'm going to run this, right? So basically, whatever the thing, this data you're seeing now, this is actually the database here. Okay, so we store the data in this particular format. Okay, and why we use the database here? Because see, take an example, there are 92 records are there, right? It can be millions of record here. Okay, but now I want to find the people who belongs to the country called Germany, right? So you are not going to find them manually, right? Okay, this person is in Germany, this one is Germany, like that way you will be keep scrolling and you will be finding, right? That will be really difficult for you. So in that case, all these databases have some type of the statement, okay, where we can simply write like select. A star meaning is I want to show all the columns. That's why a star. If you want to see only a specific column, like I just want to see the city column, so you can just replace this star with city. Then only city will be visible. All other column will be not visible. Now, if I'm saying that you have to show me all the customers from this particular table, customer table, this thing, whatever you are seeing now, this is known as a table. So here I am saying that you have to show me the list of all the customer from the table. Okay, and where country is going to be the country is equal to Germany. So now what is going to happen is they will try to show all the customers name. Okay, basically all the entire column where this column is going to be matched with word called Germany. If I'm going to run this SQL, so see, there are no 92 records or something. There is just 11 records. And they are just printing the records where the country name is Germany. How easy it is to find, right? Similarly, if somebody want to go again with some other country, so first let me just delete this line. Then again, I will print everything. So it is printing everything. This time, take an example. If somebody want to sort it out with something different way, or like take an example like country name Brazil or something like we are choosing, right? So again, we'll write like this, where country is equal to Brazil, like this. And I will do here run SQL. Now see, they are saying the total 9 records are there where country is Brazil, right? There can be a situation that you want to find the people from the Brazil country also and from one more country called Spain. Okay, so if I'm writing here like country is equal to Spain, and if I'm going to run this SQL, what happened? There is no result. Not and basically it will be the or here. Okay, so run SQL. Now see, basically they are finding or means I am saying that you have to print all the country name, either it is Brazil or it is a Spain, you can just print it. Okay, so see, they are printing. They are printing the Spain country also, they are printing the Brazil country also. Both the things they are printing. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay. Now, so this is about, so if you want to read like the things that how I am writing this type of the things, okay. So you'll see that SQL or a statement here, right? So see, they are guiding you, like you can write like this, select a star from customer where country is either Germany or country is Spain. Here I given the example is where country is Brazil or country is Spain. Okay. If somebody want to find that country should be Spain and city should be Madrid, right? That can be also condition. So if you are finding both the conditions should true, then only you have to just show me the customer name. Then that time we'll be using the and symbol here. Okay, and here I'm replacing that like ct should be equal to Madrid, like this. Now what is going to happen is they will find the column where ct will be equal to Madrid and country will be Spain, and I think only one customer will be okay, three customer are there, which is having the city is Madrid and country is Spain. So see, they sorted it out, that total three records are there in which city is Madrid and country is Spain. So like this way we can sort it out, we can do as per our use case, right? There are so many different statements are there. Okay, so and in free time you can just go through it. Okay, but as a DevOps engineer, it is not like you should be expert in all this. Okay, you should know how to create this database. Okay, that's the only goal here. So similarly here, now once we got the idea, everything, now you have to follow the document. In the AWS, there is a service called RDS. RDS full form is Relational Database Service. Okay. So if I'm going to search for this service, why that search option is not coming? That's weird. Just give me a second. Let me refresh the page. Okay. So yeah, now search box is coming. RDS. So manage relational database service. You can click on this RDS part. So when you will be creating a database should be a little bit secure, right? Because here you are storing all the data, everything. Okay, so you cannot create a database without configuring the password, everything. Okay. So if I want to create a database, first I will be clicking on create database button. Okay. Now in this create database, I'm going to select which database. I am just going with the MySQL database. So I will select here MySQL. Okay. I'm going with the easy create option because here we'll get the free tier option. Okay. Easy create MySQL. And now they are going to ask us that what will be your instance size or something. I think there is some internet issue or something like this pages are loading. I don't know. Okay, so see here we are getting the three options. Okay, one is the production, one is the dev test, one is the free tier. Okay, so you can go with any of the machine. This machine it will give you 32 GB RAM, 500 GB of storage. Right here they will be giving two CPUs, 16 GB RAM like that. We are going with the free tier. Okay, free tier will be more than enough for us. Okay, now they are saying that what will be the name you want to keep. So I want to keep the exactly same name, database one only. So let it be that only. Okay, username, that what will be your username. I'm not changing the username here, I'm keeping it admin, but you can write any username whatever you are liking for, but whatever the username and password you are writing here, that you have to remember, because without using this username and password you will be never able to log into your SQL database. Okay, so I'm keeping username as admin, password I am writing something. Okay, but make sure this password should not contain any single quote, double quote, or at the rate symbol. Okay, so your password should minimum 8 characters. Okay, so I'm just writing the password here. And then I am confirming the password, and that's it. So username I said, password I said, come down, simply click on create database. A database is going to create. Okay, and we are going to create the MySQL database. So database creation is going to take time, 3 to 4 minutes of time. Okay, then only your database is going to be fully created. Okay, database one is already there. Is that the case? Okay, let me just create the database now. I think sometime I created a database. That's why they are saying one database already exists. Let it be. Do the instance already exist? What is the problem here? Okay, just give me a second. Let me go to the RDS. Databases. Okay, database actually they created due to this internet problem. Okay, I am not able to see. So that's why, but see the database they created, both the database actually they created, database one also and database new also. I don't require both. So what I'm going to do is I'm deleting the database one for now. Okay, only I will keep it database new only. Some internet is slow. That's why I think response is slow. That's why they thought that it is not created, but actually it is in the creating state. I don't know why internet is behaving like this. Just wait. It is going to take 4 to 5 minutes of time to create this database. We'll wait for that. Meanwhile, I'm just duplicating this page. Okay. And to connect to this particular database, once this database will be created, once it will be become running, then only we can connect. It will become available here. Okay. So until and unless that it is not becoming available, we'll be not able to connect. Okay. So we have to wait for that. Meanwhile, to connect to this particular database, you will require a EC2 instance. Okay. From the EC2 instance only you are going to connect to the database. Okay. So we'll be using this particular EC2 instance to connect to that particular database. Okay. So let me just start the instance. Let's wait until this is getting created. Just give me a second. Yeah, so now it is in the creating state. You are seeing that configuring, enhance, monitoring, it is happening. So entire database creation takes time 4 to 5 minutes, nothing to worry about. Okay, just we have to wait. Okay. Meanwhile, there will be some EC2 instance will require, okay, to do this connectivity. Okay. And we have to do some change, like take an example. I don't know how to connect with this MySQL database, right? So there is no worry. You can simply search here like AWS, RDS as MySQL. I created the database in the MySQL. Okay. I want to connect with this. That's it. If you try to search like this in the Google, that AWS, RDS, MySQL connect. So see, they are giving the page here that connecting to a DB instance running the MySQL database. Basically, they are guiding us that how to connect to the database instance, which will be running with the MySQL database. So if I'll click on this is the official documentation. They are going to provide us all the details, right? And they're clearly saying that if you are using the Linux 2023, then please use this command to install the MariaDB software, which will help you to connect. Else, if you are using the Amazon Linux 2, in our case, we are mostly using Amazon Linux 2, so we'll be using this command, sudo yum install MariaDB. That's it. Okay. And similarly, if somebody is using the Ubuntu or something, for that they are guiding us that you have to run this particular command. So we'll be focusing on this command. After that, they are saying that to check whether it is installed or not, you can type this command. Okay. After that, they are saying if you want to do the connection or something, then you have to go to the database. This all information, whatever they are talking about now, this all will be able to get it once the database will be created. This type of the information will be there. So this will try to find it. So just wait for that. But yeah, this is the process. First, we have to install a software with the name called MariaDB. Then only everything is going to work. Okay. So currently it is getting created. So meanwhile, what I'm going to do is, let me first check the security part. Everything good. So make sure in whichever the EC2 instance you are trying now, there is a default security group will be in your account that is attached to your this one. Okay. How to attach it? I think I already shown you one time, but you can click on action, click on security, click on change security group. And here you can just search for the default security group. Okay. Like take an example, if I'm removing it and if I'll search here like for default, so you'll get one security group here. Just click on add, make sure both are added. Okay. And then dash do it. That's one. Okay, so this is the thing you have to do. Once that is done, that security group is attached to this, then simply connect to this machine. Okay, connect to this particular EC2 instance. I'm connecting directly from the browser. And if somebody missed the class in between, so you can watch the recording. In the starting, I guided you what actually the database is, these all things. Okay, so just see the starting part later. Okay, but connectivity part, it is now only I'm teaching, so you'll not miss anything. Okay. So currently still it is in the backing up state. Meanwhile, I am just coming here. First I will check become the root user. Okay. And then I will check that whether MySQL is installed in this or not. Okay. So currently MySQL is not installed. Okay. That means we are good to go. Okay. So you will see there is no command, nothing like that it is finding, right? So in this particular thing, they are saying that you have to run this command sudo yum install MariaDB. I'm just going to copy this command. I will paste it here. Okay. And that's it. This is going to install the MariaDB software, and whenever you install the MariaDB, by default MySQL also get installed. Okay, so now if I'll type MySQL hyphen version, so previously it was saying command not found, but now they are saying, right, something they are saying that can't connect to the local MySQL server, something like this. That means at least MySQL is present. Now they are not saying command not found or something, right? They are telling that we are not able to connect. Okay, if this is coming, that means yes, MySQL is successfully installed. Okay, once the MySQL is successfully installed, now we have to connect to this database, right? So until and unless this will not available, we cannot do. Yeah, now this has become available. Once the database become available, just click on this database. Okay, and meanwhile, let me show you one more extra thing before going inside this. You can clearly see here currently number of connection is 0. No people is connected to your database. That's what they are saying. 0 connection. Database is just like a storage where we store the data in the tabular format. That's the only difference. Okay, so I'm just clicking on database new here. This is the database I created. And they are giving us some details here. Okay, and if as per the documentation, they were talking about this screenshot on that will require this endpoint and port, right? Whatever the endpoint and port we are seeing it here, these things will require to connect. Okay, and how to connect to this database, they are saying that you have to write a command. Which command you have to write? Someone's mic is open. Do you want to say something? Okay, so if you want to connect, right, so see, they are telling us here some command here, right? So here they are saying that you have to use the command called MySQL. Okay, -h is for host. Then they are saying that you have to paste your endpoint URL. Then you have to give -P. Then you have to mention your port, then username, then you have to mention the password. This is the basically the command they are talking about. Okay, so you have to write like this. You will be writing first MySQL, become the root user, then become the MySQL. I want to connect to a database, so that's why -h. And what is the database URL? So my database is running on this particular URL. So I will just copy this URL and I will paste it here. So MySQL, please connect to this particular database. Okay. And this database is running on a port -P. Port is 3306. Again, how we are seeing it, port is here mentioned 3306. Okay. Now, once you got the port also, then you will require some username. So -u for username. In my case, our username was admin. If you forgot, you can again verify here by coming to the configuration page. Here you can clearly see your username was admin. Okay. So username is admin. Now we have to enter the -p for password. If I'll press enter, so they will ask us to enter your password, whatever the password I set. Okay, that I'm just going to type it here. Okay, and press enter. And see, we connected to the MySQL database. Okay, after giving all the information, giving the password, then only you'll be able to connect to the MySQL database. And this is the command MySQL -h, then endpoint URL -P, port, username, admin, and password. Exactly same thing I mentioned in the document also. Okay. So to connect to the any database, you will be using the command like this. MySQL -h -P 3306 -u admin small p. Then you have to enter the password and you will be connected to this. Once this is done, then you can run some commands, like there are some commands called show database. Again, this command perspective, I said you that you can go through this w3school.com to understand the command. Okay. But I'm just giving you the idea here. Okay. That how actually what we do. But up to here, if you turn that you set up the database, you connected to the database, basics, right? That's your work of the as a DevOps engineer is done. Okay. Now other part, creating the database, maintaining the database, it will be taken care by the database admin team. Okay. So I'm just writing a command called show database. It will say that total how many databases are created inside this. Okay. Then if somebody want to create another database, so there is a command here, right? Like this. Either you want to follow this command, well and good. If you don't want to do this, go to this particular blog. Here I just referred a blog. In this blog, they given a quick example how to create a table, how to add some data here. So just open this link, okay, and here they will guide you, okay, that first you have to connect to your MySQL. Once you connected to the MySQL, if you want to create a new database for movie, I want to store the collection of movies, okay, in a database format. When that movie is released, when that who is the director of the movie, what was the release year, title of the movie, everything I want to store in this particular format, right? So in that case, basically they are saying that first you have to create a database with the name called movies. So I'm just going to copy this command and I will paste it here. What this command will do, it will create the database with the name called movies. If I'll say that, can you show me the database? So see here, one more database now started to come with the name called movies because we just created it. Okay. Once the movies database got created, then there is a command they are saying is show database that we run it. Now, this table, whatever the table I am going to create, that I want to create inside this movies database only. So first I will say that I'm going to use the movies database. So for that, the command is use movies. Once we started to use the movies database, here you can see, now we are using the movies database. Then what you can do is you can add the data here. Okay, so for adding the data, first you have to create a table format that I will require a title column, then director column, release year, like this. So here I'm creating a table with the name called movies, okay, in which there will be column will be title, then release year. Like this way, there are so many titles here. Just copy this command and just try to paste it here. This command work will be to create a table. It will create a table with the name called movies in which different column will be there. That's it. Once this table is created, to check whether that table got created or not, okay, you have to see a command here, describe movies, describe and movies. Movies is our table name here. Okay. So I will just write here, describe movies. So they will say that what are the data you are going to store inside this, okay, or how the column I designed. So they are saying basically you designed 4 fields here, okay, in which you are going to store some data here. Okay, like this way they are saying, okay. So this table now got created. Now we have to add some data inside this table, right? So to add some data inside the table, they are saying, take an example, you want to add the data for the movie of Joker, right? So they are saying you have to run this command, then I will add the data. I will just copy this, and if I'll paste it here, so basically they are going to add a data. Now if you'll type the command like this, select a star from movies, like that I shown you in the W3 school one. Here I was writing, right? Select a star from customers, because here the table name was customer. In our case, our table name is movies. So I'll be just writing select a star from movies. That's it. And see, they are giving the data, right? Currently we added only one movie, but they are giving all the information here. If somebody want to add one more extra movie, they will be writing this command. You can change all the data here. Okay, like 2020, I'm writing a movie for 2020. Director name is, take an example, only Phillips, something like this. Okay, movie genre should be something like trailer only, take an example. Okay, and this movie name is something like, take an example, anything like something like this. And if I'll press enter, what will happen? One more data got added. If I'll do select a star from movie, so see, now there's two data. One is Joker, one is the Spider-Man, like that. Okay. Now, if there are can be multiple movies, you can add it now. Okay. But now if I want to find the movies which is released in year 2020. Okay. So I know that only one movies is there in the 2020, but there can be 2000 data in there, right? In that we have to find that I want to list all the movies that was released in 2020. Okay. So in that way, you'll be writing the command like this: select a star from movies. Okay. Where release underscore year is equal to 2020. That's it. And if we type it, see, we are seeing only one movies. This only got released in 2020. And again, if you don't want to see all the column, you just want to see the title of the movie. That's it. That which got released in 2020. So in place of a star here, okay, you'll be just mentioning here title. That's it. Now see, they're just showing the title of the movie, that okay, this is a movie that got released in 2020. We got the idea, right? So like for this particular purpose only, we create the database. Okay, so just you have to do this practice. Okay, and at any time in the free time, if you want to learn a little bit about the database, you can come to this. Okay, and if you learn up to here like average and like, that's more than enough for you. Okay, just try to start from the SQL syntax, right? From here, just they will give you some example. You can click on try it yourself. At the later part, they test your knowledge also. You can simply here type it like this, select something like this. I know that select is the correct command, right? So if I'll try to submit answer, they will say that whether my answer is correct or not, right? So actually, in my case, I already completed everything, but they will tell you, right, that it is correct or not. And like this way, there are so many exercises they give, and if you complete all the exercise, it will come as tick only. Okay. In my case, everything is completed. That's why I say everything is coming as tick like that. Okay. But you can practice it here up to here. Okay. So anything you want to ask up to here? Anybody? Okay. You have to just come to this website and go to the SQL. You can learn it from here. Okay, try to run up to here, average like statement, up to like a statement. That's more than enough. This everything will be bonus for you if you are learning this. So yeah, anything you want to ask up to here? And since we connected to this particular database, and currently we are connected to that database only, so you can see here the total number of connection you are going to see in the database. Okay, it will be one connection. Let me refresh this. See, one connection is there. That means one people is connected to currently my database. There can multiple people can connect this database. Multiple people can write the data, delete the data, add the data, right? Whoever will have the permission, who will be having the username, password, they can do it, right? So that's the benefit here. Okay, so that's all from AWS side. Okay, AWS lecture will be completed now. The only part remaining is the VPC that anyhow we are going to cover during the Terraform lectures. You don't have to worry about. Okay, and from the next classes, we'll be starting with the DevOps topic. And the first topic we are going to learn is the Ansible. Okay, so that's all for today. If anybody have any question in mind up to here, you can just ask. Anything you want to ask up to here. No? Okay then. Thanks all of you. Have a nice day. And if you, yeah, one more thing. If you want to delete this database now, I shown you, but make sure that once your practical is done, you delete the database. Okay. If you'll keep the database, then it can be costly, up to 5 GB of storage only. They give it free for some limited time only. Okay. So if you'll keep it running and your time got consumed, right? So in that case, you will start to get the charges. Okay. So you can just delete this. And how to delete the database? So I don't want to store any backup or something, because I know that whatever the data I stored here, that is not important for me. So I acknowledge that, and I will just write it here, delete me, that's it. And it will delete the database. Okay. So that's the thing. So yeah, that's all. Thanks a lot.